We started our business in IDC in 2005. It has been a very exciting journey, to say the least.
So कौन से प्रॉब्लम्स आपको इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेट में फेस करने पड़े?
Everything related to infrastructure, there is a problem. When we say infrastructure, we mean electricity, water, roads, sanitation, general hygiene, and basic security. All of this is probably a little under in our industrial estate or in almost every industrial estate. But since I am in Pilerne Industrial Estate, I can only speak about Pilerne Industrial Estate. Yeah. So let's take water. There is not an adequate supply. Roads, as you must have experienced when you came, that is not in great shape. Things are being dug, things are being put on the road. There still is no clean pathway. And the side of the road is also in shambles. In the sense, it's not, regular upkeep is not there. There are bushes, there's dirt. It's all, we wouldn't say is ideal for an industrial environment. As far as sanitization is concerned or disposal of waste, there is no infrastructure for that. Power, we have a 3-day power breakdown now. So power is always inadequate. I would say though the connected loads are okay, but supply and quality of supply of transmission of power is very, very, very poor. So it causes a lot of issues. We don't have regular production. We will always have a quality issue, because when something is stuck midstream, the quality will not be 100%. The process has to follow fully. We have a lot of equipment damage because of the quality of supply. There's low voltage, there's a sudden spike, so you have burnt equipment. Just a few days back, my AC got burnt. I had showed you that a little bit. So, it's, I would not say an ideal environment. There's a lot to be done. But I'm sure if there's a committed set of people, they can get it done in a very quick time. As we've seen, as things are happening in the country, things are changing. Yeah, but it's all about will. I mean, if somebody wants to, we have to understand that this IDC is reporting to the main IDC. The main IDCT is reporting to the Ministry of Industries. And if there's not a complete commitment all through, how is it going to work? So, there's a lot to be done in our industrial estate as well as in industry in Goa. If infrastructure is not there, how can you function? So, we are succeeding, we are successful, but I think it's in spite of all this. We normally have between 4,000 to 7,000 kilowatts of power consumption monthly. But you have to remember that this is the amount that is metered after the breakdowns. So on an average, we have an hour to 2 hours during the working hours that we have a breakdown, which is then taken over by our captive power, which is like we've got a generator, which has now got burned out thanks to overuse. The last few weeks, there has been a lot of power breakdowns. We have had almost like 12-13 hours without power frequently, and a few hours frequently. And you can't keep on replacing your generator. My generator is about 7-8 years old. It got burnt out. So now I've got to buy a new one. So let's say that every 7-8 years there is going to be a new generator to be replaced. So you have a continuous capital cost thanks to poor power supply. Vehicles will have to be replaced because the roads are poor. So there's depreciation of the vehicles also. All in all, I would say that we have a power issue and that adds to our cost. Per hour cost is about 700 rupees, which could have been avoided. So that's all hidden. The loss in production, the quality issues, equipment damage is something that is so subjective, and it happens and most people don't realize it, that it's because of bad power supply that you get all these problems. So I hope that this gets resolved as quickly as possible, but I guess it's a handshake. We will have to do something, the government will have to do something, the IDC will have to do something, but there has to be a concerted, coordinated effort. And I can't say that it's only them to blame. We should be proactive and do something.
You mentioned about the generators. So what is the approximate cost you have to bear?
See, by and large, the capacity that we are using, about 62 kilowatts, or 62 horsepower, that costs approximately, after you create the housing, etc., all of that, costs about 7 to 8 lakhs, depending on the make that you. And remember that you've got to replace this every 6-7 years. The maintenance cost of these generators per year is approximately 60 to 70,000 at least. It needs periodic maintenance. Sometimes parts have to be replaced, and those cost quite a bit. So I would say between 60 to 100,000 is the cost of maintaining these. By and large, if you consider that even 2 hours a day, that's like 1,400 rupees into 365. That's like 5 lakhs. It's a lot of money. Maintenance is 1 lakh. So we are by and large paying something like 6 to 7 lakhs a year additionally to our power bills. And this could be entirely avoided.
Yes.
And this is not, actually the direct cost is not really the issue.
Yes.
It's about the amount of loss of production, the breakdown in quality, and the loss in equipment, which is far higher, not as much as this. This is much lower than, it looks very little compared to the real loss. Say if a day's production is, let's say, 30, 40, 50,000 rupees, and 20% inefficiency factor, that's again 6,000 rupees a day that you're losing, which you could have made. Loss in quality, product getting damaged, equipment getting damaged is a lot. So in an ideal environment, you would have been so much better. You would have made some money. Here you're continuously losing money. I would say that there was a period when there was quite remarkable changes. I think in the initial, when I came in 2001 in Goa, and I was heading another jewelry company. There was some improvement in that period. I would say 2001 to 2004, there was some commitment. After that, it just went for a toss. And subsequently, I think probably we are like abandoned children. Ho raha hai to ho raha hai. It's going on, no problem, Everybody bears it, we cry on each other's shoulder, and that's it. Nothing else happens. But I would say that if we had the ideal infrastructure, we would have been way, way, way ahead. we have seen so many people improving their quality of industry. Kaineko is one example. He has grown brilliantly. I'm proud of him. Shekhar has done a great job in spite of all this. You understand? Now imagine how much better it could have been if there was proper facilities. You know? We would be world leaders. You know, that's all I can say. That, you know, I wish, because it's a fantastic environment. Goa's the people are fantastic. The environment is great. We have very talented people here. It's a very creative environment with the kind of nature, the kind of greenery, all that. You know, it's a very peaceful, creative environment, and I wish we could use it even better. That's all I'll say. So I'm happy. I would never think of ever being anywhere else other than Goa. It is heaven on earth. It is paradise, but it's not an industrial paradise, for sure.
Thank you, sir.